Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Hi. It's us. And you know what this sign means. You know what this sign and you know what this book means. What does this mean, Scott? What does this mean, you guys?
We're on the case.
We're on the case. And I know I look a mess. I look a mess. Like I shouldn't be on the case. But even still, what's this say? Boom. That we're open. Scott,
Yeah,
have you looked at the title?
I'm looking right now.
Sherlock Holmes is about to meet his maker again. What do you think this is going to be about? Because Sherlock keeps meeting his maker over and over again, but yet he comes out and he's like, I was just playing. I don't.
Well, something's gonna happen. I think he's in some trouble.
Sherlock is always in trouble until he isn't. Okay, so let's get our story started. Let's get this popping because Scott got to eat dinner. He gets grumpy when he doesn't have his dinner. So let's get this party started. So, Watson, we go back and forth with what timeline we're in with Watson. So this is a timeline. Okay, this is a timeline where Watson is new to being a doctor. He's new to his practice. So just go back to that timeline. Pretend to like we ain't read thousands of pages of Sherlock and we're at the beginning again. So there's the scene. So Watson, is down to his clinic working on patients. And then all of a sudden, girl, here we go. Okay. So Miss Hudson, who I don't think, have I ever used Miss Hudson's name before? Miss Hudson is the landlord to Sherlock Holmes. And Watson gets into it and he's like, oh my God, Miss Hudson probably has like the weirdest tenant in Sherlock. He's weird. He has weird people stopping over all the time. Police are always over there. Like it probably looks crazy as hell. But then Watson also points out like Sherlock is giving her a prince ransom. So my sis is making some money. Sis probably making like the equivalent of like $3,000-$4,000 a month. And you know what? For that amount of money, bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Scott, if we had a tenant and they were paying us $4,000, but they had police coming over, weird people just stopping by, would you say anything? Would you care?
No, just keep paying
Pay that rent, baby. Secure that bag. So anyway, so she comes to the door, she's knocking, and she is frantic. Okay, my girl has seen a few things with Sherlock and Watson and us. And so she's like, I need for you to come to 221 Baker Street or 221B Baker Street and come get your friend. Come get your friend. And so Watson is like, why I gotta come get my friend? And she's like, your friend is laying, he half dead, baby. He half unalive, baby. He may not make it. You need to hurry up before your friend is a hashtag or a past tense. Okay. He is not going to be Sherlock. He going to be the body. So I need you to come on down and come get your friend. And Watson is still asking questions like he's Scott. Scott's one of them people that inappropriately ask questions when it has nothing to do with nothing. Ain't that right, Scott?
I don't know about that.
Anyway, so Watson is like, well, he's half unalive. Why he over there looking like this or like this? Why didn't you call the doctor? And she's like, your friend. He don't make no sense. Okay, he ain't want me to call no doctor. He told me if I was gonna get a doctor, come get you. So here I am coming to get you. Come get your friend before you gotta come get your friend in the body bag. Period. And so, Watson's like, let me get my jacket. Let's go. So they get over to the house, and I hate to say it, Sherlock is over there laying in that bed. He got dark circles. He's sweating. He's, delirious. He over there like Mama say, Mama Sama Maksa. Michael Jackson couldn't sing or dance. He's over there just freaking out. He's like, the world should be a pearl or oyster. He talking nonsense. And, he's also saying, like, Watson, don't come up in here. And Watson is like, sir, you are over there looking a hot mess, okay? Looking like hot trash on a bed. You got dark circles, you coughing, you talking nonsensical. It sounds like you might need a diagnosis of Tourette's. And you telling me not to come on in. That's crazy. And Sherlock was like, well, I'm telling you not to come in because I have a contagious disease. And so Watson is like, I don't give a damn if it's contagious or not. I love you. You my homie. You the homie. You my homie. You my best friend. I'm not gonna see you go down like that, Sherlock. You at the brink of death, baby. I need to go ahead and help you. So this is where Sherlock says, I'm just gonna read the part. Sherlock just basically drags Watson and tells him, like, sir, you not the one, sir. You don't even know what the hell you doing. But here we go. Holmes, said I, you are not yourself. A sick man is but a child. And so I will treat you, whether you like it or not. I will examine your symptoms and treat them for you. He looked at me with venomous eyes. He was like, damn. If I am to have a doctor, whether I will or not, let me at least have someone in whom I have confidence, period. He said, sir, you will not touch me. I do not have confidence in you. I don't like you. Yeah, you my best friend, but that don't mean you a good doctor. Scott, have you ever had friends that think they good at something like cooking, driving, picking outfits, putting on makeup, anything that they think they good, but Sherlock got that kind of friend too.
They did a split, but they're not even the two.
Think they a rapper. Then you have none in me. In friendship, certainly. But facts are facts. Here, you better drag Watson. Facts are facts, Watson. And after all, you are only a general practitioner. He using titles. He's like, sir, you ain't even got the right title. Get it together, sir. I need a specialist, not someone with a title. That's stupid. With very limited experience and mediocre qualifications. Wow. Say you ain't what say it that ain't you, sis, without saying that ain't you, sis. It is painful to have to say these things. No, it's not, sir. But leave me no choice. I was hurt bitterly. Such a remark is unworthy of you, Holmes. Sir, didn't you say he's sick and delirious? Didn't you say he was out of his mind? Now all of a sudden you hurt because this man telling you that you ain't a good doctor. Sir, put on your big boy drawers. It shows me very clearly the state of your nerves. But if you have no confidence in me, I would not intrude my services. Let me bring, and then he starts naming a bunch of other doctors because his feelings all hurt because Sherlock told him he a mediocre at best doctor. And so Sherlock is sitting here listening to him rambling on, and Sherlock over there like, Michael Jackson can't make no dance moves, and he can't sing either. He ain't the king of pop. Like, he just spouting off all kinds of delusions, you know. And so eventually Sherlock is like, fine, I'm going to tell you somebody to go get. It just can't be you because you suck as a doctor, Watson. He was like, I'm going to tell you somebody to get, but you can't get them now. It's 4:00 now. We're going to wait till 6:00. Give me 2 hours to just lay here in this bed and you know, marinate in my fluids. Maybe I'll be Sherlock. Maybe I'll be the body. Maybe you'll need a body bag to take me up out of here. But I need 2 hours to just get it together before I tell you the name of the person that, you know, I need you to go ahead and get. So Watson is like, this is just crazy. It's all get up, sir. You out here looking like a corpse and you telling me to wait. But nonetheless, he had to wait. So, you know, while, you know, Watson is waiting because Sherlock just laying there, he just laying there like, So while Watson is laying there, or I'm sorry, while Sherlock is laying there, Watson is looking around the room. He looking at papers, but he nervous because his friend laying on the bed, half unalive, looking like that over there, looking like me right here. He's just laying there. So he's looking on the mantle. He's trying to, read a book. He looking out the window. All of a sudden, he look on the dresser and he's like, "What's this box right here? What's this?" So he goes to touch it. All of a sudden, the crypt keeper comes alive. That would be Sherlock. He jumps up and he like, "Give me that! Give me that!" Why is it? Oh wow! He didn't want him touching his stuff. So Sherlock was like, "Sir, I don't want you touching my stuff. I don't want you touching me because you're a mediocre doctor at best. And I don't want you touching my stuff because maybe you a thief." He didn't say that. But he just didn't want him touching his stuff. And so Watson is just like, "Okay, girl." And so they have a little small talk. And then at the 6:00 rolls through. And, he's like, "Okay, I'm ready." And Watson is like, "Why did you make me wait so long?" And Sherlock was like, "Because I want you to go down to 13 Low Brook Street and go find this man named Mr. Culverton Smith." We're gonna call him Agent Smith for time purposes. "Go find Agent Smith down the street, okay?" He was like, "I made you wait till 6:00 because I wanted you to do an autopsy on my body." I'm kidding. Because I wanted to make sure he was in his office, and I know he's in his office every day at 6:00 because I'm a stalker. So, he was like, "Go on over there." He was like, "Let me tell you something about Mr. Agent Smith." He was like, "Agent Smith don't like me, okay? Agent Smith is probably the best. He has the most extensive knowledge on plants, diseases, obscure diseases, poisons, things of that nature. He's me with medicine and stuff. Don't nobody, he's not credentialed or nothing, but he know what he doing." So he was like, "But he don't like me like that." He was like, "At a point, I was working on a case for his nephew, and his nephew, unalived, he ain't here with us no more. And the man took it hard and tried to blame me. Like I'm to blame." He was like, "But that don't matter. I didn't do it. It don't matter. I'm innocent." He was like, "So go over there and you beg him. You get on your knees if you got to. You open your mouth wide." No, I'm kidding. He was like, "You go over there and you beg him. You do whatever you got to do to get him over here and tell him exactly what you see. Tell him I'm over here. Mama say, Mama sa, I see Jesus. All that. Tell him I look a mess. You tell him I ain't ate or drank nothing for 3 days. You tell him all my symptoms, okay? Tell him I'm crazy and I'm sick and I look a mess. And please come help me." So Watson is like, "Okay, let me get on over here and get this man so we could get you well. Even though I feel a little hurt because you told me I'm not a good doctor, and I'm inexperienced and don't know nothing." So, off Watson goes, and he goes to find Agent Smith. And so he gets there and, he knocking on the door. And the butler comes on out and he hands him the card. And he's like, "Hey, tell him that, Dr. Watson is at the door and I'm looking for Agent Smith. He needs to come on down and do it with some hurry. And put some pep in his step." And so, the butler goes and takes the card. And Watson can hear this man. And this man is like, "I don't give a damn who out there. I don't care what they got to do with me. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I don't care who the hell it is. Tell him come back next week. Tell him gone. I don't give a damn if he a doctor. I'm a doctor. Probably a better doctor than he is." As Sherlock. No, I'm kidding. So, the butler comes out, but Watson, the homie is sick. The homie is about to meet his maker. So drastic time calls for drastic measures. Watson just busts up in there and was like, "Hey, let me tell you something. My friend is sick." And so at first, Agent Smith is pissed. He's like, "Who the hell are you? What the hell do you want? Get the hell out of my office." But then, Watson name drops. He's like, "My friend is Sherlock." And he said, "Be here." And the dude, Agent Smith was like, "Oh, Sherlock sent you here, did you?" And Watson's like, yeah, he was like, Sherlock sent me here because he's super sick. He said he got Chinese ephesitis, shucky ducky quack quack. And he needs you. He said you're the master of herbs and poisons and stuff like that. And so he needs you to come to the thing. And Watson said, the dude, Agent Smith, turns around, but there was a mirror in front of him. And he said the guy was smiling like, yes, fool. But then he turns back around and he's like, oh my God, I can't believe that's happening to Sherlock. Let's get over there right away. But I need about 30 minutes to get ready. Now, before Watson had left, Sherlock made him make a promise. Know what that problem was, Scott? He made Watson promise to come back like by himself. He was like, do not get in a stagecoach with that man. You just come straight on back. He gonna give you the run around, but come on straight on back. And so when Agent Smith was like, I need 30 minutes, Watson was like, okay, cool. Just make sure you get on over there. So Watson doubles back and gets on back to Sherlock because he's concerned. He's like, man, I don't know if I'm going to find a corpse. I don't know if this man, what's going to be going on with him. But let me hurry up and get back to the homie. I didn't secure the dude. Let me get on back to the homie. He get back to the homie and Sherlock still, he like, roses are yellow. The sky is green. Just, talking all out his head. He got a fever and stuff. And so he's like, oh my God, Watson, you back. Did you secure the Agent Smith? And so Watson's like, yeah, I secured him. I got him. He on his way. He gonna be here in like 30 minutes. So Sherlock is like, okay, cool. You told him everything, right? And Watson's like, yeah. He's like, okay, I need you to do me one more favor. And Watson's like, what? Scott, what do you think that favor was? What y'all think that favor was?
Brandy.
That probably would have helped. That would have helped. But that's not what he asked them. He asked him to get behind the headboard.
Okay. Why, the headboard's not up against the wall?
This is 1800s Britain. I don't know what, I don't, was it a canopy bed? I don't know what the hell they had back then. I would have to look at a picture and see what the beds looked like back then. I'm not well versed in their beds. I'm sure it looked different. But he told him, get behind the headboard of the bed.
All right.
And Watson is just looking at him like, sir, is this delirium talking? Like, why am I getting behind the headboard? He's like, get behind the damn headboard. And no matter what you hear, make sure you don't say nothing. You don't come out. You just stay behind the damn headboard. I am a man that is sick and I'm crazy. Just do what I say. And then here come the footsteps of Agent Orange, or Agent Smith. Clearly Agent Orange is on my mind. But we got Agent Smith from The Matrix. So, Watson gets on behind the headboard and he's sitting there listening. So in comes Agent Smith. And so, Agent Smith is like, yeah, hey, homie, what's up? And so Sherlock is like, hey, I'm here, I'm sick. My life is flashing before my eyes. Oh my God, Beyonce is my baby mama. I got kids by Beyonce. He's just making up stuff. And so Agent Smith is just sitting there like, do you know how you got sick? And Sherlock is like, I don't know. Jonah in the well. I don't know. I was in a whale body. I don't know how I got sick. I went down to the docks and something bit me on my left pinky toe. And so Agent Smith was like, oh, okay, He was like, you see this box here? Did you, where you get this box here from? Where you get this from? And Sherlock was like, it came in the mail. And so Agent Smith was like, you know what? He was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you in on something because you about to go to the great beyond, baby. You going to the great beyond. You about to go up a yonder. So I'm gonna clue you in on some things. He was like, I sent the damn box. I sent this box. I sent this box.
Oh.
And this box is how you ended up in that bed. This box. Scott, don't touch this box.
Okay.
Y'all don't touch this box. Is how you ended up in that bed on your back like that. Delirious. Ain't ate for 2 or 3 days. Real skinty. Looking snatched. I'm the reason why. He was like, you know I'm good at poisoning people. And guess what I did? I poisoned you. You want to know why? You guys want to know why? Kat, do you want to know why? But what about you, Scott?
I want to know.
Okay. Because remember how Sherlock said that the nephew unalived?
Right.
Guess who did it?
Agent Orange.
Agent Orange / Smith. He poisoned the cousin too, or he poisoned the nephew too. Put him right on down because he was stealing from him. You know, I have a saying. Want to hear it? Y'all want to hear it?
Sure.
You can play with my hair. You can play with my toes. Okay? You can play with my emotions, but you play with my money. And I guess Agent Smith said the same thing. Don't you play with my money? Because you could catch this box. And so Sherlock was like, could you just give me some water? Like, I'm tired of listening to you. Could you just give me some water? I ain't had water in like 3 days. And so Agent Smith was like, sure, whatever. Let me get you this last thing of water here. Go on, drink up. Guzzle, guzzle. Here, you want some brandy too? What's up? And so Sherlock was like, no, I don't want that either. Now, mind you, Watson is still behind the headboard. I don't know why he couldn't have just got under the bed listening. So, you know, Agent Smith hands Sherlock some water. Then Sherlock was like, hey, do me another favor before I go to the great beyond. I'm getting ready to go. I see the light. I see the light is fading. The light is fading. He was like, since the light is fading and I'm getting ready to punch out and be a hashtag or a has-been, could you just light that candle, turn it up? Because the room is fading. So, you know, Agent Smith, like, I don't give a, hey, honey, the evidence is about to go to the great beyond, and so are you. So he lights the candle up. Then all of a sudden, boom, here come the police.
Oh.
Boom, here come the police. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And so they go ahead and they arrest Agent Smith. And so Agent Smith is like, I don't care. He was like, what they arresting me for? What I do? Who knows what I did? Do you have a cell phone, sir? Do you have a camera on your cell phone? No, because it's the 1800s. You got any recording devices, sir? No, because it's the 1800s and ain't been invented yet. Sherlock is like, I see where you coming from, but boom, reverse Uno, a whole man fell out the headboard. There go Watson. He heard everything you said. And so, you know, they take him on down to the police scene. So Watson is looking at Holmes like, sir, what the hell is going on? And so Sherlock had to tell him. He was like, so I couldn't tell you what was going on because I didn't want to mess up the surprise. He was like, I just ain't ate or drank nothing in 3 days, and it got me skinny and weak and looking a mess. And he was like, then I put on some makeup and, you know,
Okay.
and gave my best acting skills. He was like, but I had to do it like this because I knew that fool unalived his nephew. I knew he did it. I just needed the proof. And he was like, then that fool gonna send me this box and try to prick my finger and poison me. And then you was over there and you almost touched it. Nah, we don't play with people like him. So he was like, basically, I went to the police, gave them all my evidence, told them wait for the lamp to come on. That's the signal to come on in here and get this fool. And we got him. So since I ain't ate in 3 days, since I've been fasting and praying for 3 days, why don't we go on down to McDonald's and get me a Big Mac?
All right.
Well, it wasn't McDonald's, it was a different restaurant, but it don't matter because it's fictional, probably. So then after that, Sherlock got up and went to go get him something to eat, period. That is the end of the case.
No. Okay.
And it's the name of the case is The Case of the Dying Detective, if y'all didn't know that. What did you think, Scott?
Yeah, I mean, interesting. So just Agent Smith wanted to unalive him just because he didn't like him?
No. I guess, yeah, I don't know why he really wanted to do it. He just was like, to hell with him. I guess he probably knew Sherlock was on the case and he didn't want to get caught.
I knew that he was on to him about his nephew.
It'd be like that. And just so y'all know, this was sweat and the stuff that Sherlock had on his face in the book. Just read the book. Oh, you can see. Scott can see now. Now, what did you think about the story? What lessons did you learn, Scott?
You can't pull one over on old Sherlock.
Sherlock is willing to do anything to catch a damn criminal. He's willing to do anything.
Learned that back then they just put their beds in the middle of the floor.
You could just men were falling out of headboards. Men were just falling out of headboards, just all over the place. That's what they were doing in the 1800s in the UK. I don't know about anywhere else. Did you have any other lessons learned?
No.
My lesson learned is this: don't be playing with people's money. You seen a uncle take out a nephew, child. Okay, over some money, child. Probably like $5, £5. Okay, let me go get our Scooby Sherlock snack. Let's see what we got here.
Right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ooh, okay. Okay, hey, she done been to the Asian market. Okay, I'm not gonna show y'all how much it costs, but we got paprika potato snacks. Okay, y'all got some ube drink. Look like.
Okay.
What?
Excited.
I know you didn't expect that. Scott and I both got the same look.
It's kind of slimy. I'm not really getting paprika.
I'm not getting anything.
Getting a
Styrofoam.
very slight potato flavor, but not very. Yeah, it's just more kind of very light. Just not much to it.
It's like styrofoam. Like that's the texture of styrofoam. I wouldn't recommend it. Not for the price. I paid a lot. I paid over $2 for this. I wouldn't do it for the price. It don't have that much flavor. It's not going for round 2. Okay, so did you have any last to-dos?
No, I don't think so.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us. And if you would like, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment if you would like. And so with that, we bid you guys adieu. Peace, love, happiness. Oh, well, oops. From wherever we are to wherever you are, peace and love and happiness. And we will see y'all. I don't know when. Soon. I never do this. I never do this anymore. Okay, bye, y'all. Bye.